Story time with Brian. Yeah, yeah, story time with Brian. Yes, it is now story time with Brian. Woo! Well, hello there, boys and girls, children of all ages. Gather around, gather around. Grandmas, grandpas, moms, dads, boys, girls, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, cousins. Just gather around. Story time with Brian here today. So I have an awesome, kind of funny, kind of hilarious, kind of interesting story that I want to share with y'all today. It's also brought to you by the second pot of yerba mate tea because caffeine is what runs the world, everybody, boys and girls. Caffeine runs the world. It also helps with my goofiness. All right. So, story time. Here it is. This is what it is. Number of years ago, Brian, this guy here, he was moving to Denver, Colorado. So I was going on a road trip. We was caravanning, me and my best friend, we was caravanning from Ann Arbor, Michigan to Denver, Colorado. And we was coming up, it was dark. We was coming up on the world's largest truck stop, boys and girls. World's largest truck stop right in the center, in the middle of Iowa, Route 80. If you haven't been there, I highly recommend it. I always stop there when I'm driving by because it's just fun. It's like walking into a gas station, mall, convenience store. I mean, they got chiropractors, hair cutters, massage therapists. You can buy everything from soda pop and food to swords and gilly knives, and just there's no shortage of things that you can do in this beautiful world's largest truck stop. Anyway, so we was driving and it was getting a little dark, kind of needed some gasoline. So uh, I text messaged my friend. That's how he's communicating. I said, hey, world's largest truck stop's coming up. And by the way, radar looks like we've got a bit of a storm coming our way. So let's just get off the road for a bit and just take a breather, stretch our legs and whatnot. Cool. So Zephyr Cat is with me, right? Zephyr Cat's riding shotgun. She's loving it. She's like, hey, this is fun, Dad. Where are we going? Anyway, we pull into the truck stop right as it's starting to rain. So we lock up our cars, and then literally we're running through a torrential downpour into the truck stop, and to the point where we turn around and it's like practically a tornado. The winds are intense. The rain's going sideways. It's misting like crazy, and we were standing in the breezeway. So there's like outside sliding doors, breezeway, more sliding doors in the inside of the building. And me and Sebastian, this one younger kid that was on our trip with us, friend, uh, him and I were like, oh my God, this is awesome. We've never seen something like this before. And the workers were getting pissed at us because we were letting all the wind and the rain and everything in. They were getting mad at us. Either way, it started thundering so loudly that the building, now this is a big like warehouse of a building. This building's like friggin' shaking. And I'm like, oh my God, this is intense. Like the concrete floor is rumbling with the velocity of this thunder. It's crazy, right? Oh my God. And we're just like enjoying this, and the pot is flickering, the lights are flickering. And as any good like Midwest plains storm, it didn't last very long. It just blew right through, right? Anyway, well, we get a few things to drink or eat or whatever, and we had our way out. And all of a sudden I said, Zephyr Cat. What about Zephyr Cat? She's been in this car the whole time. I bet she just lost it. I'm like, I felt all of a sudden my heart just dropped to the pit of my stomach. And I'm like, oh, my Zephyr Cat, she's got to be freaking out. And so we get back to the car, and we couldn't get gas there because the storm, they shut down the pumps while the storm came through for whatever reason they did. So we couldn't get gas there. But anyway, I like looked all over my car, couldn't find Zephyr Cat. I'm like, oh, go. I'm sure she found some little nook somewhere, but she doesn't like storms at all. Even like when I'm living in a regular house, she doesn't like storms. Well, I think she had somehow crammed herself underneath the driver's seat, and she stayed there for about 15. We'd gotten back on the road, and I'm calling to her sweetly, Zeph, where you at, my love? Where you at, Zephyr Cat? Come here, my love. Like, it's okay. The storm's gone. I'm like telling her all these things. And eventually she surfaces between my legs. I think she was underneath the driver's seat because I looked everywhere, could not find this cat. And she, bright white cat, it's kind of hard to miss her. She surfaced from under between my legs and crawled up into my lap and just sort of like shivered and sat there for the next few hours while we were just driving. I think she just got this snot scared out of her, boys and girls, from this crazy thunderstorm. I'm sure she thought the world was ending and daddy's nowhere to be found, right? Like, where in the hell is my safety and all this, right? So, oh man, I tell you what, it was such an amazing experience to witness like the intensity of a Midwest Plains thunderstorm, and then like the heartbreak that my poor dear Zephyr cat had to go through with this, right? So it was crazy. Anyway, boys and girls, I just wanted to share, that's another fun travel story that I've got for you on the spectrum of Brian's trips. And as they say, road tripping is where all the fun happens, especially when you ain't making plans. Because that night we was driving and we pulled off the road. We didn't want to hotel it, and we just boondock, basically found some like empty field in the middle of Nebraska, and we ended up sleeping open field on one side of us in this interesting like Christian sort of complex with like acreage and gardens and stuff on it. So either way, all I'm saying is life is most fun when you don't plan it. Just like show up moment by moment and let the gifts present themselves. And sometimes it's, oh my God, adventures, and sometimes it's, oh my God, scary, right? And everything in between. So thank you for listening, boys and girls. I love all of you. I appreciate you sitting and listening to me share these fun stories. Please share these videos. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And also leave comments. Like, what do you think about this video? What do you think about the story? Have you had an experience yourself? Have you been to the world's largest truck stop before? And if you so, let me know. I'd love to hear about your stories there. I've been there so many times. It's fantastic. All right. I love all you ones. Be well. Get out there. Make a beautiful and blessed day. I love you. And remember to dance. Remember to party. Remember to sing. And remember, life is best lived in the moment. All right. I love all of you. Be well.